Here. Can you hear me down the back? Thanks for having us here. Thank you, Mark, for opening the doors, and thanks, Dave and Kathy, for hosting me again. I think I met a lot of you in June. Did I meet some of you? Yeah. And welcome to all the new people, and thank you for coming back and not being scared away. I'm going to start with one of my songs called Only a Man. She circled the wagons, she didn't give me a chance, and she pulled my heart out with a seismic glance. And this race was over before it even began. If I was a horse they'd shoot me, but I'm only a man. If I had a designer, he was well equipped. He was tried and tested, and he stuck to the script. He drank a bottle of brandy before he drew up my plans. If I was a house, they'd knock me down, but I'm only a man. I get lost in translation, I fly into a rage, I splatter affection all over the page. But this is no love story, we're not Jack and Diane. If I was a letter you'd return me, but I'm only a man. And the songs of fondness carry me up towards the planets. Then the songs of numbness send me crashing back down to earth. I'd catch the stars if they'd help me know what you're thinking. And if I could paint your dreams, then I would, for all that it's worth. But I can't. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm lying here on the floor, waiting for an answer, for your knock at the door. But you're on greener pastures, you've slipped through my hands. Still, if I had wings, I'd fly to you, but I'm only a man. Thank you very much. Like Dave said, I'm from Austin, but if you haven't guessed, I'm actually originally from Arkansas before I made my way across to Texas. I know, you can see it. No, I'm from Ireland. I'm like a walking flag of Ireland. I normally have Guinness beside me, but I'm doing dry January. New year, new me. Thank you very much. It makes this job way harder. Normally,
Having several whiskies and Guinnesses normally makes this much easier, but something is within me tonight that's given me all this confidence, the Lord himself. So I'm going to do a song from Scotland. They took whiskey and destroyed it on us, so we're allowed to sing their songs and claim them as our own. And this is from a poet, David Francie, and it's one of my favorites. It's called Torn Screen Door.
Summer day and my love and I went walking over hills and fields. We walked laughing and talking, came across an old farmhouse standing broken and bare. It used to be someone's home, but now no one lives there. Through the crack in the window pane, I hear the sound of the falling rain. Another farm being left run down, another family moved into town. Had a life that they tried to save, but the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door, nobody lives here no more. There's a red barn standing held together with nails and dust, and a tired old Massey Harris, all wires and rust, with weeds overgrown in a garden sown with care. It used to be someone's home, but now no one lives there. And through the crack in the window pane, I hear the sound of the falling rain. Another farm being left run down, another family moved into town. They had a life that they tried to save, till the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door, nobody lives here no more. They worked their fingers to the bone, with nothing left they could call their own. They packed it in under leaden skies, just the weed waving them goodbye. Had a life that they tried to save, until the banks took it all away. They hung a sign on a torn screen door, nobody lives here no more. Crack in the window pane, I hear the sound of the falling rain. Another farm being left run down, another family moved into town. Had a life that they tried to save, but the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door, nobody lives here no more. They worked their fingers to the bone, nothing left they could call their own. Packed it in under leaden skies, just the weed waving them goodbye. Had a life that they tried to save, but the banks took it all away. Hung a sign on a torn screen door, nobody lives here no more.
Thank you. That wasn't the song I meant to sing. I don't know what happened. This is the song I was gonna sing. This is when I moved to Austin 5 years ago. I moved into a house with two of my best friends from home, and we were all musicians, and we were all in our 20s and didn't know how to take care of a household, and it was a mess, and we did a lot of drinking and not much in the way of productivity, and it was a tough time because I had just kind of given up my life in Ireland and moved to America. I hadn't written a song, and I was just hoping to become a songwriter, so I went to Austin, Texas, where all the best ones are, and thought it was going to be easy, and it wasn't, and I had a lot of sleepless nights wondering if I'd made the right decision. But I was happy that I followed my dreams. And I started writing this song. one night in the kitchen of our house, and I sat on the verses for years, and I met up with my friend Ben Jones, and we finished the song together, and it's called Feeling Indigo, and this is it.
There's a smell here in the kitchen, and there's stains on all the walls, and the dirty dishes keep getting taller and taller and taller, and I'm rejecting all my calls. And reasons to be grateful, reasons to believe. These lists keep getting shorter and shorter and shorter, and I'm forgetting how to breathe. But nothing's gonna happen when you're saving all your rations, staring at a fork in the road, filled with indecision, feeding superstitions till your head explodes. You're feeling indigo. You're feeling indigo. And for so long now I've been losing, because I didn't know the game. Well, lately I've been studying up on the rule book, you know, so far all of the outcomes stay the same. And I was daydreaming on the freeway, and this preacher was selling it well. He said, God save those who live in comfort, while all the sinners sink into hell. And nothing's gonna happen when you're saving all your rations, staring at a fork in the road, filled with indecision, feeding superstitions till your head explodes. You're feeling indigo. You're feeling indigo. And I don't wanna walk away. I'm just needing something true. When everything around is gray, but I'm not really feeling blue. I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo. Yeah, I'm feeling indigo. I'm feeling indigo.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Another song I wrote very shortly after moving here is a song about my hometown in Ireland, from a little village called Byrne in the southeast of Ireland, on the side of Mount Leinster. It's a gorgeous place. I'm really happy to be from there. I'm really proud of where I'm from, and I was raised by a small community of about 1,500 people, where everybody knows everybody, and spent a lot of time outside. And after moving to Texas, I'd been there for maybe 2 months, and it was the first time I'd been away from Ireland for more than 2 weeks, and started experiencing intense homesickness. So I sat down and I was just thinking about all the reasons I love home, and I wrote this song. It's called Hills of Caledman.
Drink from the cool red river, tie back your hair, Jump up from behind the tall grass and give me a scare. Always on my mind, pictures from the mountainside, rolling through the hills of Killedmond. Do you remember when we built that little tree house without hammers or nails? And as soon as the heavens opened, the little tree house failed. Always on my mind, memories from the mountainside, rolling through the hills of Killedmond. And it took me a while, but now I can see that the people around made a difference in me. You gave me life, and you watched me grow, and you taught me the things I needed to know. Now I'm sailing away to be free, but the place where I'm from still lives within me. I just needed some time to be by myself, to stop following dreams meant for somebody else. When this hard life starts to take its toll, then I'll know the place where I wanna grow old. When I find the one to have and to hold, when I'm settling down, I wanna go home. To the hills of Killedmond.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm going to do a brand new song, if that's all right. I know they're all new for most of you, but this is new for me. It's kind of another song about home, so it makes sense. When I was in primary school or elementary school, what age? I was 11. What school is that? Elementary school. Middle school. We had a field trip, or a school tour as we call it, to the botanical gardens in Ireland. And as we were leaving, they gave everyone in our class a small little baby silver birch tree that we had in our flower pot, and we put them on our laps and brought them home in the school bus. And we all planted them in our gardens. And my garden was in the police station. My dad's a cop. So we grew up in, he was a small town cop, and so they saved money and we lived in the police station. And I planted the tree in the corner of our garden, and then I forgot about it because we moved out of the police station a couple of years later. My dad retired, and just forgot about this thing. And then I went back to Ireland last August, and I was visiting all my friends, and I'm still really close with all the people I went to school with. We're all from a tiny place, and so I visited most of them. And everyone had this tree, and I remembered the tree, and it was always the tallest tree in their yard. It went straight up. And I was like, I wonder if my tree is still there, because the new cop lives there now. So I went back, and it was, and I realized I'd seen it all my life. Every time I went back past that building, I always saw the tree and didn't realize it's the one I planted. So I went around the back to look at it, and when I was 11, I just found a spot where the tree fit, which was right under an apple tree in the corner. I was like, it fits here. Forgetting that they grow, trees famously grow. But it found a way, you know, it came out like this around the wall and under the branch, and eventually was the highest tree in the garden. And it struck me that all my friends who had these perfect perpendicular trees were lawyers and accountants and teachers, and I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with myself, but still all the trees were equally tall. And so I wrote this song called Small Trees.
Do you remember those small trees they gave us in the Japanese gardens 2001? And like beacons they stand now in our gardens at home as we venture out into the storm. Our canvas is blank, our odometer's low, our acquaintances yet to be found. And with every mistake, success and heartbreak, those roots find their way through the ground to the trees we're eternally bound. Don't dwell on the losses, don't count the days. You'll never get bigger hiding out in the shade. So lean towards the brightness, keep the darkness at bay. And if the light gets obstructed, we'll find another way. He handed me harvest and he jumped on a train, and I got back in the backseat alone, staring out at the clouds. Distant mountains move slow, whizzing past telephone poles. A man needs a maid, heart of gold, an old man. But the disc started skipping before I got to Alabama, but the damage was done. So I started the record once more, and I rested my head to the door. So don't dwell on the losses, don't count the days. You'll never get bigger hiding out in the shade. So lean towards the brightness, keep the darkness at bay. And if the light gets obstructed, we'll find another way. Now don't dwell on your losses, don't count your days. You'll never get bigger hiding out in the shade. So lean towards the brightness, keep the darkness at bay. And if the light gets obstructed, we'll find another way.
Thank you. Thank you. I got some new songs. I might try some more later. I haven't played them for anyone, so I'm nervous about them. When in Rome, seventh day he rested, said there's one sure way humans can be bested. Give 'em wine and song, fire and lust. When it all goes wrong, I'm the man they trust. And now you're all man on, all man together. You can sing my name, sing my praise forever. I'm God above, Lord God Almighty, Mama. Yeah, well that's not all. I've got me a flame and it's a swinger's ball. If you don't know my name or you think it's hot down there in July, I've got the means and the kitchen and fry. And now you're all my own, all man together, all my doubting children locked away forever. I'm God above, Lord God Almighty, Mama. I made the heaven and earth, I made the stars above. Is it too much to ask for a little love? And so I tip my hat to all your creations. You can fly like birds, destroy entire nations. Go and curse my name with your last breath. If all I brought to your life was death, and now you're all my own, all man together, all my doubting children locked away forever. I'm God above, Lord God Almighty, Mama. Thank you. That's a John Fulbright song. If you don't know John Fulbright, you should check him out. How are we for time? Oh, great. Loads of time. This is not a Springsteen concert. I had an opportunity to work with Bruce Robison in Texas last summer. Bruce is a prolific and great songwriter, and he's had some huge hits, and he's got a studio called The Next Waltz, and I was really honored to get asked to go out and record some music out there, but I had no new songs at the time. I'd recorded everything I'd written, so I stole this next song from one of my best friends. His name is Eric Betancourt, and he's a great singer-songwriter in Austin. And I'd heard him sing this song around town for years, and he hadn't recorded it. So I asked him if I could, and he was delighted. So it's called Until It Isn't, and he wrote this song after he fell in love with a yoga instructor on Zoom at the start of the pandemic. And he packed up all these things, and they moved in together in Maine. He moved from Austin to Maine. And 4 months later, he was back in Austin, and he wrote this song.
You said I should have tried harder. I said I didn't know what that meant. You said it is what it is then. You said it is what it is till it isn't. Always talking past one another, as if the sound waves are bent. Though I plead for understanding, you said it is what it is till it isn't. Yes, you said it is what it is till it isn't. Maybe we should just let go, and you pretend I never came. Maybe we could find some peace of mind in the afterglow of this beautiful mistake. You had to look behind door number 2. You played your game outside the limits. And though I begged and I pleaded, you still did it. Yes, I guess it is what it is till it isn't. I guess it is what it is till it isn't. And I'm past the point of letting go. In the southern sun, I know my place. Maybe we could find some peace of mind in the afterglow of this beautiful mistake. Of this beautiful mistake. So I lean into the pain. The sorrow's quite magnificent. Though you begged and you pleaded, I said it is what it is till it isn't. Yes, I said it is what it is till it isn't. I guess it is what it is till it isn't. Yes, it is what it is.
Thank you. I was telling Dave I used to play harmonica all the time when I lived in Ireland. And when I moved to Austin, people were actually good at harmonica, so I stopped playing out of embarrassment. But on these solo gigs, it's just nice to have something else. So I'm not gonna do very much, but it's gonna make a noise, and it'll feel like there's more people here, maybe. I was supposed to do it on some of the earlier songs, but I got too scared without the Guinness. But this is the first song I ever wrote. I kind of was very self-conscious and insecure in Ireland and was afraid to write, and I just didn't. And it took moving to a different country to be able to write. So when I moved to Austin, this was the first song that came out. It's called Smiling Eyes.
The train's overcrowded, my shirt isn't clean, my frail, tired body is nestled between a man on his phone shouting numbers and stats, and a mother who can't get her child to relax. And I can't wait to get home and see your smiling eyes. My head hits the pillow, my eyes start to shake. Fears wrestle failures and keep me awake. And dreams just remind me of who I should be. My head says I'm fine, my heart disagrees. And I can't wait to wake up and see your smiling eyes. 'Cause nothing compares to the warmth of your smiling eyes. And when the road in the distance is long and the sun's on my back, when the rain's falling sideways and blows me off track, I think of the things that remind me of you. When the road in the distance is long and the sun's on my back, when the rain's falling sideways and blows me off track, I think of the things that remind me of you. When the beckoning darkness is hard to ignore, when vessels of friendship have drifted ashore, when I'm under the influence, far from your gaze, and all of the colors and lines start to fade, I'll never be far from the warmth of your smiling eyes. And nothing compares to the warmth of your smiling eyes.
Thank you. Oh, that was the right one. Well, I have the harmonica. I asked Dave if he had any requests earlier, and he said that I should play something from Springsteen because Mary's in the house, who is going to 60 of Bruce's 70 dates coming up. How many are you going to? 4. Amazing. I'm going to see him in Austin in February. I'm a huge Springsteen fan, and this is one of the first songs I learned, definitely the first song I learned on harmonica.
I come from down in the valley, where, mister, when you're young, they bring you up to do like your daddy done. Me and Mary, we met in high school when she was just 17. We'd ride out of that valley down to where the fields were green. We'd go down to the river, and into the river we'd dive. Oh, down to the river we'd ride. Well, then I got Mary pregnant, and man, that was all she wrote. And for my 19th birthday, I got a union card and a wedding coat. We went down to the courthouse, and the judge, he put it all to rest. No wedding day smiles, no walk down the aisle, no flowers, no wedding dress. That night we went down to the river, and into the river we'd ride. Oh, down to the river we'd ride. I got a job working construction for the Johnstown Company. But lately there ain't been much work on account of the economy. And all those things that seemed so important, mister, they all just vanished right into the air. I acts like I don't remember, while Mary acts like she don't care. But I remember us riding in her brother's car, her body tanned and wet down at the reservoir. At night on those banks I'd lie awake, and I'd pull her close just to feel each breath she'd take. Well, those memories come back to haunt me. They haunt me like a curse. Is a dream a lie if it don't come true? Or is it something worse that sends me down to the river? Though I know the river is dry, it sends me down to the river tonight. Oh, down to the river, my baby and I. It sends me down to the river tonight.
Thank you. Every time I write a song, I send it to my parents to hear what they think. They're my biggest fans. And my dad texted me one day and he just said, please stop sending me all these sad songs. And I realized I inflict too much sadness. Growing up in Ireland, we're surrounded by a lot of sad poetry and sad music, and I just learned to love it, and that's what I gravitate towards, but I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. So I sat down and tried to write the happiest song I could for my dad. I found what I thought was the most annoying riff. Just to show him how bad it would be, trying to be happy. And then after spending a couple of hours on the song, I really liked it. And it became the first single from the record I put out that year, which is called Into the Light, and it's available on vinyl and CD here tonight if you'd like to get a copy. It's free everywhere else in the world. But if you want to be suckered into a purchase, you can't download the t-shirts out there though. But this was the first single from that record, and it's just a song about learning to be happy with what you got. It's called Capsize. I'll play this again. See what happens. It's 1:30, it's midday sun, it's let's just get away, it's a midweek holiday, it's a case of wine, name your place and time, it's not security, it's not stability, I don't have no place, no plan, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. I'm easy, I'm slow, I can be lazy, I know, but I'm right where I wanna be, so spare me the third degree, I'm the ripple in your drink, I'm a smile that's out of sync, I'm the rainbow at your funeral, I speak in Roman numerals, I'm almost inconsumable, my parachute's on fire, but it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize, it's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. But you know, like I know, I'm the bottom of the pyramid, I'm socially inhibited, I'm headstrong,
but it's a heavy load when the wolves are at the door. But it's better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking the fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. It's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all. It's so much better than a smooth ride, better than waiting for low tide, better than watching from ringside, better than taking a fall, better than missing every sunrise, trying not to capsize. It's better than a compromise, better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all, better than nothing at all.
Thank you. Some useless information. Today is my 33 and a third birthday. Everyone always asks me to say 33 and a third, and I figured today is actually my 30. Well, actually, no, it was yesterday. I was born on the 6th of October, 1989, and this is only ever going to happen once. So there you go. 33 and a third. That's right. You're enjoying that joke. And I'm not even drinking. Well, I'm going to do a song that's kind of... I did a house concert last night as well in DC, and it was great. But I was so nervous, and I'm normally not that nervous. And there was all this free whiskey everywhere, and I managed to not touch any of it. But it's a dangerous job if you're relying on it for courage, so I'm trying to stop, for January at least. But here's a song that I heard last year that pretty much sums up how I feel about it.
Some people suffer from a social stage fright, like the world is a sniper with a bright spotlight. You can hide behind a curtain, you can hide behind a mask, or stand in the center with a highball glass. Whiskey makes it easy, gets you out of your rut, loosens up the cannonball that's in your gut. But the very next morning, ain't it hard to find? You're leaving every single thing you love behind. So I'll drink this gin and I'll take these pills, just because I don't have social skills. And the whiskey burns and the wine it spills, just because I don't have social skills. Yeah. When your hands get clammy and your tongue gets fat, when you'd love to say this but instead you say that, when your heart starts pounding like to break your spine, like it wants to grow legs and find an exit sign. Have another double till the lines get blurred, till the jokes come easy and the phrase gets slurred, and everybody's happy when they're in control, and nothing ever suffers but the liver and the soul. So I'll drink this gin and I'll take these pills, just because I don't have social skills. And the whiskey burns and the wine it spills, just because I don't have social skills. Yes, I'll drink this gin and I'll take these pills, just because I don't have social skills. And the pain it causes is the pain it kills, just because I don't have social skills.
That is another John Fulbright song, so you gotta go listen to John Fulbright. Okay, back to reality now. This is my latest single. Just came out a few weeks ago, so please go listen to it. It's all over the place. It's called Feels Like Living.
Landed on the runway in Chicago. Bought a coffee, then I traded it for a beer. And the connecting flight to Austin felt like nothing. I'm gonna give this place the best part of a year. And the woman at the motel is hard of hearing. She doesn't understand the way I speak. So I straighten out my accent and give her every last cent. Said I need a room to see me through the week. And I'm hungry, but the work's not coming easy. I'm tired, except for when I'm not awake. And I put on my shirt and tie, tell myself another lie. No, you're not gonna miss another lucky break. And I wake up early every morning and fill the day with useful things to do. But the only time it ever feels like living is when I'm down beneath the surface with you. And I'm running from the ruckus, hiding from the circus, down beneath the surface with you. My show last night was wrapped up by 11. There was 11 people breathing in that air. 2 who knew my name, 2 just watched the game, 7 drowning sorrow with despair. These Sunday nights, they're breaking me so slowly, chasing down that runaway thrill. Sometimes trying to play the game feels like trying to find a vein. I'm sick and tired of pushing water up this hill. But still I wake up early every morning, and I fill the day with useful things to do. The only time it ever feels like living is when I'm down beneath the surface with you. When I'm running from the ruckus, hiding from the circus, down beneath the surface with you. When I'm running from the ruckus, hiding from the circus, when I'm down beneath the surface with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was after I sent him that song that he sent me the text that said, "Stop sending me sad songs." And I was real proud of this song, and it was a major bummer for me. Okay. I first saw Slade Cleaves just before Christmas. He does an annual Thanksgiving show in Austin. And I'd heard so much about Slade Cleaves, but I'd never really listened to him, and I'd never seen him. And it just blew me away. There wasn't a bad line in his whole 2 hours of singing. He didn't sing a bad lyric. And this was one of the songs that stuck with me, and I think it's a perfect song. And it being the start of the new year, I think it's a universal song as well, and I'm gonna sing it for you. And I know you like this one, Mark. So thanks for letting us be here.
It's New Year's Day, just like the day before. The same old skies are gray, the same empty bottles on the floor. Another year gone by, and I'm thinking once again, how can I take this losing hand and somehow win? Just give me one good year to get my feet back on the ground. I've been chasing grace, but grace ain't so easily found. One bad hand can devil a man, chase him and carry him down. Oh, I've gotta get out of here, just give me one good year. Yeah, I'm burning oil, the engine's running rough. I drive from job to job, but it's never enough. Can't find the will to just up and get away. Some kind of chains are holding me down to make me stay. Just give me one good year to get my feet back on the ground. I've been chasing grace, but grace ain't so easily found. One bad hand could devil a man, chase him and carry him down. Oh, I've gotta get out of here, give me one good year. And it's a bitter wind in your face every day. It's the little sins that wear your soul away. When you start giving in, where do the promises all go? Can your darkest hour write a blank check on your soul? Just give me one good year to get my feet back on the ground. Yeah, I've been chasing grace, but grace ain't so easily found. One bad hand can devil a man, but a good one could turn him around. I've gotta get out of here, give me one good year. Yeah, I gotta get out of here, just give me one good year.
Thank you. Suddenly painfully aware of how sad all my songs are. I'm looking at my set list, I'm like, is there anything happy that I wrote? Sang that one already. Are you all feeling okay? You're having an okay time? Good. I apologize for the melancholia. Is that a word? Melancholia. There you go. Put that on my website. Okay. These are all sad, the ones I'm looking at. All right, well, this one's happy. I'm going to sing this one. It doesn't sound that happy, but it is. I wrote it after I met my girlfriend's parents in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I'd been with my girlfriend Samantha for a year at this stage, and we were living together, and I was very much in love and terrified about meeting her parents, and they were really eager to meet me, and eventually I had to do it. And I'm a broke musician, and I'm the last person they wanted to see showing up, so I was extra nervous. And they're Italian American, and we were halfway through our second time watching Sopranos, and we were going to New Jersey, and it was just a nerve-wracking time. And I wanted to show them that I'm able to sing and that there's something I'm good for. So I booked a gig at the Saint in Asbury Park that we spoke about. And the Saint's quite a big room. I mean, and I'd never been in New Jersey. I don't know what I was expecting, but not a single person came to the gig, except for her parents, who did show up, and they sat right in front of me. And I just sang for 2 hours about depression and alcoholism, and I sweated all over them. It was the worst possible way I could have met them, really. And then eventually I shook their hands, and her mum was like wiping the sweat off on her top. But they were really sweet, and we get on really well. I just spent Christmas with them. But her dad just laid down the law a little bit, and he pulled me aside. And one of the things he said was, "You got precious cargo, you got to shape up." And it terrified me, and then we had a lovely week. But when I got back to Austin, the precious cargo thing just, which I guess everyone over here says, I hadn't really heard it being said to me anyway. So I wrote this song called Precious Cargo. Put me in their good books.
My load was oh so light. The road was long and I traveled day and night. My feet were strong and I'd walk through fire and ice, searching for you. And when I found you, I was scared. The road disappeared and I felt so unprepared. My strengths were down and your words sounded just like a prayer. They went right through me. You took my hand, walked me out to see the sun. I've been on this road forever, but my journey's just begun. Empty vessels disappear out on the sea, but I've got precious cargo, and I'm keeping it with me. Now when things don't go so well, when spirits fracture and tempers start to swell, I know she loves me and I love her as well. Things'll be okay in the morning, 'cause when treasure comes your way, you grip it tight through blizzards and hurricanes. And in the dead of night, when your demons keep you awake, she'll pacify your burdens. I didn't have much in my pocket, and what was left soon disappeared. I spent it all in taverns, chasing whiskey down with beer, gambling and wagering and looking for a fix. But now I've got precious cargo, and I'm not taking risks. We're united, we're connected, we're a pair. Happiness is only real when it's shared. So take the lead and I'll follow you anywhere, if you let me. So let me take your hand. We'll cast our shadows in the sun. We've been on this road forever, but our journey's just begun. I give to you my everything, but be careful what you do, 'cause I've got precious cargo, and now honey, so do you. Honey, so do you.
Thank you. Thanks again for coming out. I really appreciate you all listening to my songs and my covers, and I love getting to come up here and play house concerts or big house concerts. So thanks again to Mark for opening the doors, and thanks so much to Dave and Kathy for doing this. This kind of keeps songwriters alive. It's one of the best house concert series I've ever had the pleasure of playing, and without house concerts right now, I don't think songwriters would be able to survive. So thank you for doing what you do, and thank you all for getting involved. And I'm going to leave you with an old Irish song, just to lighten the load. This is a song traditionally sung at wakes in Ireland. It's actually a Scottish song, but again, what's theirs is ours. It was written by Scotland's national poet Robert Byrne, so maybe we're related somehow. But it's one of the best songs I've ever heard, and it's a very joyous song, and I don't know if anyone's been to a funeral in Ireland, but it's some of the best crack you'll ever have. We sing all day and all night, and there's lots of beer, and this is always a featured song. And thank you all. Again, I'm going to leave you with this called The Parting Glass.
Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me a parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. If I had money enough to spend, and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who surely has me heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips. I own she has me heart enthralled. So fill to me a parting glass. Good night and joy be to you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I had, they're sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I had, they would wish me one more day to stay. But since it fell into my lot that I should rise and that you should not, I'll gently rise and I'll softly call. Good night and joy be to you all. Good night and joy be to you all. Thank you, good night. Thank you very much. I will be selling stuff back there if you want to come say hello.